Alright, with any further ado, let's get started. The last day, we made a few things. One being the material for the black hole. The second being the movable objects that move around the black hole or move when the black hole activates. The third being the activation for black hole. Let's comment on this. Activate black hole. And the fourth being the black hole itself. Now from here we learned that how a black hole's event horizon is made, how it acts, how it destroys some objects, and how everything gets bind towards it. Right? In today's lesson we're gonna check on how the character reacts to this, how the character responds to this, how the character acts when the black hole activates. So this is gonna be this part of the series. I mean, this lesson will cover how you will grab onto the stuff and how you can save yourself from the black hole. On the next part, we're gonna look how you can add stamina system to any of your character, namely on this one, how you can add the, let's say, what's that term, how you can add the stamina system to our character when the black hole activates. Now, without any delay, let's get started. For this, we're gonna go into our third person character. This is the basic third person character. I haven't done anything yet, but let's add a few stuff over here. But before that, give me some time. Alright, let's create a few functions. Right? Let's make a function that is called rPressed. In this rPressed, we're gonna make a new variable called isGrabbing and set it to true, because when our key, the left mouse or the right mouse button, is pressed, it's going to activate this rGrabbing, or it is grabbing the surface. Now from there we're gonna create a for each loop node. Alright, for anything, let's add our keys, namely one being the left mouse button and the right mouse button. We're gonna work with the right mouse button first. Add a flip-flop node. From the flip-flop node, we're gonna add this event onto the event graph, or add this function to the event graph. Now on here I'm gonna add this node and drag it onto here. or I'm going to let's create a make array node, and from here let's add an output, an input of key, and the type would be key, and this will be our arrays element. Onto the event graph, let's add this key to this node and leave it here. Alright, from this loop body, let's create a capsule trace by channel, where let's first verify this. Wait, give me a second. Okay, thank you for the support, and I'll work more towards explaining things a bit better. Alright, let's verify this key first. Let's make sure it's equal to the right mouse button. Right, as we're working with the right are pressed, and let's get the mesh, the character mesh, and get socket location. The root name is gonna be hand_r. Make sure you're naming this bone the exact name as your skeleton. Let's check this out for the first time. Let's go to the SKM Queen and go to the skeleton. For the hand R is over here. You can copy this bone name from this place, or just name your bone there, or just copy it from here. As for me, I know already the bone name, and thus this naming. From there, we're gonna add the start and end position of the bone. This is giving off an error. Let's make array and connect it over here and try to compile. Yeah, that got fixed. Alright, from here let's break the hit result, and we need a few things from over here. But before that, let's add a branch to check the conditions. Alright, let's make sure that the capsule collision is hitting any surface or not. Let's equal check with if this is hitting or not, if this is true or not. Then with this, we're gonna create an AND node and boolean, because we need to check if this is hitting and we are clicking the right mouse button. So this is why this confirmation was created. Now and hit the AND node. Let's rearrange our nodes a little. Okay. From this place, we're gonna add another branch and check its condition if the black hole is activated or not. If the black hole is activated, we're gonna do some things, and if not, then we're gonna leave it alone. Now, from the impact point, we're gonna promote it to a variable and name it grab location R, because this is going to be the grab's location for the right hand. Alright, and the heat component, we're gonna promote this to a variable again and name it heat component R, because this is the right side. Okay, we're gonna set this again and minimize this tab. Let's rearrange the nodes a little so that it's a bit clean for us to work with. Alright, from there, let's set the movement mode of the character movement system to flying. Right? Next, add the set simulate physics of the mesh and check the simulate button. From there, we're gonna set all bodies below simulate physics. All bodies below simulate physics for the mesh, and add a bone name. Now the bone name should be the hand R, the bone name we added here. Now let's promote this to a variable so that we're safe. Hand underscore R bone name, and we're gonna compile to give it a value and set the value to hand underscore R. Okay, it's already created. It's over here. Let's rearrange this over here. Okay. Next, we're gonna go and add a set collision enabled for the character mesh and set the collision type to physics only, no query collision. Okay, next we're gonna attach component to component for the mesh. Attach component to component for the mesh. Let's move it over here. The socket name should be the same name as this other one. We're gonna set the location rule to keep world, rotation rule to keep world, and scale rule to keep world as well. And we're gonna disable the weld simulated bodies. And the parent should be heat component R. get hit component R. This should be the parent. Let's organize this a bit. Alright, with this our first function is done. Let's do a second one and duplicate the R pressed to L pressed and change this mouse movement to left mouse button and change the name to hand_L and create another name variable and name it the same but with the hand R to hand L, and change this variable's name to hand L and_L. Let's see, we're gonna need to change exchange these variables and this one. This is going to simulate our bodies with the mesh and act as if when we're clicking onto something, it's going to simulate our bodies and ragdoll the body. Let's add the L pressed and duplicate the flip-flop, pressed, one pressed, this, and change this to this. Well, let's not add the flip-flop, just on the pressed. When we press, we grab onto some surfaces, right? Let's check this onto our level. Okay, it's not doing anything just yet. Let's debug our... Oh, the black hole needs to be activated. Yup. We activated the black hole and let's see. It's still not grabbing anything. Okay. Let me check the workings. Left mouse button. Draw debug type. Let's add the draw debug type to for duration and add the duration to 5 seconds. Hit color to green, trace color to red. That sounds good. Let's do the same for this one. For duration, let's check again. Okay, the capsule is really tiny. We need to add a radius of 18 and a height of 18. Same goes for the L pressed, 18 and 18. This should work now. Alright, the trace channel is working. Let's see if... Okay. It's hitting the surface as intended. Alright, alright. Alright, we're getting a response. It's hitting the surface, and let's check some things again. We're checking if the black hole is active or not. We're adding the grab location and heat component. We're gonna need to change a few things over here on the L side. These two will be deleted and promote to a variable called grab location L, and this to a heat component L. And we're gonna change this to heat component L. Everything's looking fine. This should simulate our body. Alright, it's working. We're moving. We have our capsule moving along, and we're flying. The hand is with the character. Alright, we're getting a response. Let's go, let's go. From the event graph, again, we're gonna add a new node called, add a new function called R released. Onto the R released, we're gonna add a new variable called is grabbing. Oh, there already is grabbing. Alright, let's set the is grabbing. Did we set the is grabbing? Yes, we set the is grabbing over here on the R released and L released. We're gonna set the is grabbing to false onto the R released and L released. Gonna do the same. Check if the black hole is activated or not with this boolean. Alright, from here, if the black hole is true, we're gonna set simulate physics of the mesh to true if the black hole is active, and if it's false, then we're gonna detach from component, the component target being the mesh. And everything will be keep world. Okay, next, from the detach from movement, it's gonna be set movement mode of the character movement to walking. Next, we're gonna enable the input. The target is get player pawn, and the controller is get player controller. Alright, next let's set animation mode of the mesh to use animation blueprint, and set simulate physics to don't simulate of the mesh, because we need to stop the simulation. Next we're gonna attach component to component of the capsule component, and make this a snap to target. Let's get all the snap to target and the socket name to none or 0. The capsule component is the parent and the target is the mesh. Let's save everything. Now let's set world location and rotation. Get this node, and we're gonna set our world's capsule's location and rotation. Get the capsule component and get relative location and get relative rotation. Split struct this pin and this one as well. We're gonna add a few values to it. Okay, the new target is our mesh. We're gonna add this to our mesh. Let's hook the split struct these pins as well, and hook the X and Y over here and X and Y over here as well. Just add a positive 90° onto these two. Let's just add 90 and 90 and add these two onto this one. This will add the correct location and rotation to our character. Alright, with this I think our grabbing and releasing is done. We are going to duplicate the R released and name this to L released, and change a few things over here. Let's see what are the things we can change from here. The grabbing stays, the condition stays, the simulation stays, this stays, enable input stays, mesh, this stays, this stays. Alright, seems like everything stays as it is. Alright, let's check. This is not going to work. This is going to work only when the black hole is active. Alright, this is working, and when we release, this is not changing because we did not add this to our event graph. Let's add this R release to R pressed like this, and L released to L pressed like this. I'm gonna comment on this activation of hands. Alright, let's test this out. Okay. Okay. Things are a bit broken. Sheesh. Let's check this out. Is grabbing is on. Branch. Activate black hole. Set simulate physics. If the black hole is still on and we're still pressing or released the key, keep world, everything here is keep world, and call modify. Next, setting the movement mode to walking of the character movement. Next is enable input. Set animation mode to use animation blueprint. Next is set simulate physics. Attach component to component. We don't need the socket name. For here, the capsule component is the parent and mesh is the target. Yeah, we're good. Snap to target and add the mesh. Okay, let's see. L released. Keep world. Set movement mode to walking. Use animation blueprint. Set simulate physics to off. Snap to target, where capsule is the parent and mesh is the child or target. Yeah, we already have everything over here. Let's check the event graph. Let's make another function or a small custom event and name it update capsule location. We need to set the capsule location. Okay, from here let's get the mesh. From here get socket location, and the root name is just the socket name is just the root, right? And hook this to v interp 2 and the target. Let's split the target and break this vector. Change the breaks x value to x value, y value to y value, and change just the z value to 88. Okay. Let's set world location of the capsule component to this new location, right? And we're gonna add this to our event tick. Let's add the event tick and update capsule location. Let's check. Okay, it's still acting weird. Okay. Oh wow. But before this update capsule location, let's add a branch. If it's true, then we're gonna update, then we're gonna check if the we're gonna update the capsule location. But before that, we're gonna check if the black hole is activated or not, because this is very crucial before updating the capsule. Okay, this is on click, so this is on L pressed. Let's check what we're missing over here. We have is grabbing, make array. For each loop, get the socket location of hand R. Let's add the hand R bone name or hand L bone name and set it over here and check if everything over here checks out. Let's reduce this to 2 seconds. The trace channel is visibility, everything checks out, ignore self. Okay, next we have this condition, act only if the hit is true and if the button is left mouse button. Under the second branch, if only the black hole is activated. Okay. This is a character movement. Let's just add the and underscore L over here, and on the R pressed and underscore R over here. Okay, this is still acting weird. Okay, give me some time. I'm gonna take a break, have a fresh thing and come back and check again if everything's working or not. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Let's debug this. Alright, now onto the event graph where we set the conditions for our black hole. Let's expand this and change a few things. Right, onto here we're gonna add a few nodes, and this is our existing node. From here onto the activate black hole, we're gonna add a set simulate physics to the mesh and hit the simulate. Next we're gonna change to the simulation camera. We're gonna make a camera that is gonna be the simulation camera. Let's comment this one. It's not working. Wow. Okay, sometimes Unreal Engine tends to get buggy. Let's move these aside for now and create a new custom event and call it change to simulation camera. From here, let's add a few things. Alright, onto the mesh, clicking on the mesh, we're gonna add a spring arm. Alright, change the spring arm's value to location 108 and the rotation on the z-axis to 90 so that it catches our character, and change the arm length to 250. And holding this spring arm, we're gonna add a camera component and name this simulation camera, and name the other one instead of follow camera, name the other one default camera. Alright, hit compile and let's go to our event graph. From here we're gonna get the simulation camera. We're gonna get the simulation camera and the default camera. From the simulation camera, we're gonna set active as new active and duplicate this and deactivate the new active. And we're gonna duplicate these two again and switch the roles of these two. We're gonna add another custom event and name it change to default camera and connect the execution pin. Alright, once that's done, we're gonna search for set controller rotation yaw to true and connect this one. Onto the deactivate, we are going to get attach component to component Parent is the capsule component, and target is our mesh. We're gonna snap to target on all of these and erase the BOM name. From there, we're gonna get the capsule component again and get relative location, and another one, get relative rotation. Split struct these two pins and add a new node of set world location and rotation of the mesh. Just like the previous one, we're gonna split struct these two pins and convert all of these like before, and just subtract a few things. Subtract 90 from here and subtract 90 from here. Alright, let's compile. Let's name this switch between cameras. Alright, onto here on the C press key, we're gonna set simulate physics and add the change to simulation camera, then set collision enabled for the mesh and set the collision type to physics only, no query collision. This is it for the first one, and for the deactivation one, we're gonna set simulate physics of the mesh to disabled. Next, we're gonna detach everything, and for that we're gonna need the R released and L released. Alright, and we're gonna change back to, okay, what was the name? Change to default camera. Alright, change to default camera and set collision enabled of the mesh to no collision. Alright, this is done, and let's check if things are working as intended. Okay. Alright, before that, let's do one other thing. Onto the BP Blackhole, we're gonna do a few more stuff over here. From the sequence node, from here, we're gonna get not the false sequence, get all actor of class, or actually what we can do is get another sequence node and do this instead to make it more reliable and more fast, so that we don't cast two extra objects, because we already have our soft reference of our character. From here we're gonna get mesh, two of them actually. From here we are going to send the first one over there, and from the second one we're gonna get world location, and from the event horizon, same as the previous, get world location and do the previous thing. Find look at rotation and add this to the target. From here get forward vector and add it to a multiply. We're gonna multiply a single precision float and promote this to a variable called character full force. I named it wrong. Force, yeah. Alright, and this, its default value is going to be 50. From there we're gonna set physics linear velocity and delete the dead zone and connect the parent up, connect the mesh and the new velocity, add to current and duplicate this one and connect the new velocity over here again as well. And as for the bone name, we are going to do a few things. From here we're gonna get parent bone, get parent bone and select the bone name to be foot_L and duplicate this one, and this is going to be foot underscore all in small letters, and hook this bone names to the set linear physics velocity, set physics linear velocity.
We're working on it. Thanks for asking. Alright, let's check if this is working or not.
Why is there is a compilation error? Alright, the target, right? This should work now. It's okay. It's not working as intended. It is working, but the camera is a bit weird. Alright, let's check if what happened to our camera. On the viewport, yeah, the simulation camera, we're gonna reset its value to default, and once we hit Blackhole, it's okay. It's getting pulled. Things are working. Alright. So there are a few things that is working, and there are a few things that isn't. Let's change this mesh size to 500 by 500. And make it as a center. Right. There are a few things that are happening. Okay, you can see that the hands are working, but somehow the camera is not. Alright, let's change a few things over here and there and check if this is gonna work or not. So on the change to simulation camera, we're changing this to the simulation camera. We're activating it and setting the default camera to deactivated. Onto the event take, we have activate Blackhole and update capsule location. On the update capsule location, we have mesh hit socket location. We have our root and the mesh. We are breaking the vector, v interrupt 2 capsule. Okay. Okay, let's go back to R pressed. Going back to R pressed, there is nothing. Let's check one thing. When we're pressing R, it's working, but when we're releasing, it's not. So I think there's something we missed in the released. Okay, instead of positive, we're gonna add a subtract of 90. R released, L released. Let's copy this and change it to here. delete these ones and restore these. Let's check. All right, so we have our full force working. Now the camera is just not working as intended. All right. Let's change a few things onto the event graph, shall we? So onto the event graph, we have set controller rotation yaw activated. Let's check a few things on the class defaults. Do we have physics mesh? Okay, let's change the angular dampening to 0.5. Let's simulation generates heat events. We don't need this one. Let's change the collision presets to ragdoll. Let's disable this. Check. Okay. Let's add the movement component and change the desired rotation. Change it to true. And on this one to false. Let's see what happens now. Okay, it's still the same. The things are working, but just not the camera. We're gonna fix that one. Onto the class default settings, we changed the collision preset to ragdoll. Of the capsule component mesh to ragdoll, and capsule component collision preset to custom. From here, we're just gonna get the visibility to the first place. Visibility to ignore, and everything. The pawn should be locked. Let's check. Okay. Let's change the custom preset to just undo. changed the angular damping to 0.5. Okay. Let's see if we need to change anything. Let's go to character movement. Alright, up in here. Walking to 45. Let's disable the orient rotation to movement. No, the orient rotation to movement stays. Okay. Right, but when we're activating the black hole, it's working. When we're deactivating the black hole, the orient rotation to movement is not working. So let's, when we're deactivating the black hole, set the orient rotation to movement as false. Let's check. We're activating the black hole. Pull force is working. Our hands are working. Okay, let's check this again. Okay, this is not getting fixed. What can we do? Allow me some time to get a break again. Alright, it seems like today we're not gonna fix the bug itself today. It's pretty late over here, and let's get another session tomorrow where we fix all the bugs and check everything right, and also do the stamina thing. But the stamina thing might have to be a bit later. But let's see. Let's be live tomorrow again. This project stays like this, and we'll check tomorrow and fix the bugs. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.